In this video, I will be showing you 5 must-play heists in GTA Online. I will be ranking these heists on 3 things: how much cash you can make, the amount of players needed for the heist, and overall how good the specific heists are to play. Feel free to use the timestamps below to better navigate through the video. And before we get into the 5th heist on this list, we have a small word from this video's sponsor. Are you tired of grinding endlessly in GTA Online? Then look no further than Hyper Resupply. Hyper Resupply have a wide range of GTA Online account boosting options that can elevate your GTA Online experience. Things such as billions of dollars, modded cars, and much more. Even if you do not play GTA Online, Hyper Resupply has you covered across other games as well. For example, Forza Horizon, Need for Speed, and much more. Make sure you head over to their new website to see all of the amazing deals, and if you are still unsure, join their official Discord server, link in the description. In here, you will find all of the frequently asked questions, along with various giveaways and more. Hyper Resupply has the best prices on the market, and if you use my discount code EVIZ in all caps, you will be granted an additional 10% off your order at checkout. So guys, for the 5th heist, we do have the Human Labs raid heist. This is one of the original heists in GTA Online. Within this heist, you will have to find the files inside Human Labs after an EMP is triggered by you and your team. Half of your team will go inside Human Labs with night vision, whilst the other half holds off reinforcements in an attack chopper. So already with this short description, we can already see that this heist does sound very good. To talk about the payouts for this heist, unfortunately, you guys can only do this with 4 other players, and this will pretty much be the same with every other original GTA Online heist. The setup cost for this heist is only $25,000, and for the main reason to play this heist, we of course have all of the different payouts. You guys can get a potential take on easy difficulty of $472,000. On normal difficulty, you guys can expect to make just under $1 million at $945,000, and then the best take overall for this heist is on the hard difficulty at $1.1 million, almost $1.2 million. Unfortunately, the main downside to this heist is the fact that this $1.2 million will have to be shared with 3 other players and yourself. But luckily, the host of this heist can dictate who gets what cut. So fingers crossed you are the host. Moving on to the 4th heist in this list, we have arguably the best original heist. This of course will be the Pacific Standard Job. In my opinion, this is probably one of the closest genuine heist experiences. If you guys think of a heist, this is probably the one you would think of. Within this heist, you guys are tasked with robbing one of the main banks in GTA Online. With this heist being an original heist, unfortunately you guys need to play with 3 other players and yourself, which will probably not be ideal for many players in GTA Online, but if you guys can find these other players to play with, whether it be random players or friends, I would definitely recommend playing through this heist. When this heist was originally released in GTA Online, the max payout would be $1 million. However, things have changed from that time, and you will be able to see on screen right here that a potential take on easy difficulty can get you guys $750,000, a potential take on the normal difficulty can get you $1.5 million, and finally the potential take on the hard difficulty can get you nearly $1.9 million. And even though this money will have to be shared with the 3 other players, at least you are getting more money than the Human Labs raid, which in turn will mean that everyone can make more money. Onto the 3rd heist in this list, guys. I decided to go with all of the 3 Doomsday heists. Now, the main reason for me putting the Doomsday heists in this order is first of all how much cash you can make from them, and second of all how many players you actually need to do these heists. Unlike all of the original heists in GTA Online, apart from the Fleecer job, you can have between 2 and 4 players, which means that you guys can just invite one other player and play through these heists. I still remember when the Doomsday heists came out, and honestly it was such a breath of fresh air being able to play the heist with 2 less players. Although it did make things so much harder in the Doomsday Scenario heist. If you guys have played that heist on hard difficulty with just one other player, you guys will probably understand what I mean. But to talk about the payouts for these heists, we first of all have the Data Breaches heist. There is no potential easy take, and you will have to play these on the normal difficulty. You will be able to get a payout of $975,000 on normal, with a hard difficulty potential take of just over $1.2 million. Underneath this, we have the bogged down problem, this is probably one of the most played Doomsday heists, and this is really down to the fact that you can do the replay glitch. On normal difficulty, this can get you guys just over $1.4 million, with a potential take on the hard difficulty of $1.7 million, nearly $1.8 million. And last but not least, probably the hardest heist in GTA Online in my opinion, the Doomsday scenario with a normal difficulty can get you guys bang on $1.8 million, with a potential take on the hard difficulty of $2.2 million. If you guys do play the Doomsday scenario with just 2 players, including yourself, make sure that you stock up on snacks and armor and take cover as much as possible. I would definitely say it is worth playing on the hard difficulty. Obviously you will get more money, and if you play with less players you can make more money as well. Now guys, we are into the top 2 of this list, and of course I think it goes without saying, for the number 2 spot we have the Diamond Casino Heist. Honestly, I would probably say that the Diamond Casino Heist can be interchanged with the number 1 spot, but what makes this heist so good in my opinion is first of all how many different approaches you guys can do. Overall, there is 3 different approaches. You can do the silent and sneaky approach, the aggressive approach, and also the big con approach. The reason this is so good is because all of the different approaches have different setups, and this will dramatically change how the heist is played. With the Diamond Casino Heist, you can also get different takes, and this is one of the first heists to do this in GTA Online. You can either get cash, artwork, gold, or diamonds when they are available. And depending on your primary take, this will change the heist payout, with the diamonds getting you guys the most money possible. Very similar to the Doomsday heists, all of these casino heists can be done with just 2 players, including yourself, and you guys will be able to see on this table that a target of cash with a potential take on normal difficulty can make you guys just over $2 million, and on the hard difficulty it can get you guys just over $2.3 million. With artwork you can have $2.3 million on normal difficulty, and on hard difficulty just over $2.5 million. But if you guys manage to get gold as your take or target, a potential take on normal difficulty can get you $2.5 million, nearly $2.6 million, and on hard difficulty it can nearly get you guys $3 million. And last but not least, for the final target, if you manage to get diamonds in the casino heist, a potential take on normal difficulty can get you a little over $3 million, which is honestly insane, and then just over $3.6 million on hard difficulty. And just remember, if you do this with just 1 other player, you guys can make nearly $2 million each every single time you do it, as long as you guys get the best take or target. I would definitely say that the casino heist is worth playing. With just the amount of setups and different things that you guys can do, it will make this heist extremely fun to play through. And now guys, obviously taking the number 1 spot, we have the Cayo Perico heist. Overall, the Cayo Perico heist just builds off the casino heist, with all of the different ways that you guys can approach the Cayo Perico heist finale. But on top of this, you guys can also make more money and also do this completely solo as well. This is the first and only heist in GTA Online that you guys can do completely solo, and I think this is pretty much a no-brainer to put this in the number 1 spot. One of the main reasons the Cayo Perico heist is just so good is first of all because of the primary targets. You'll be able to see on this table here that there is actually a lot of different primary targets to get. Each one of these primary targets will have a setup fee of $100,000, apart from your first playthrough of the Cayo Perico heist with the Madrazo files. If you guys have the tequila for your primary take, on normal difficulty this can get you guys $630,000, and on hard difficulty it can get you guys $693,000. But if you guys get the ruby necklace, you can get $700,000 on normal difficulty and $770,000 on hard difficulty. If you get the bearer bonds, you'll get $770,000 on normal and $847,000 on hard. But after this is where things get kind of insane. If you manage to get the pink diamond for your Cayo Perico heist, the potential take on normal difficulty is $1.3 million and just over $1.4 million on hard difficulty. And last but not least, for the Panther statue, which is by far the best primary take, on normal difficulty you can get just under $2 million, and then on hard difficulty, you can get just over $2 million. Now, all of these primary takes compared to the casino heist might not seem that good, but the reason the Chaos Breaker heist really can make you guys millions of dollars is really down to the secondary loot or targets. You guys will see on screen here that the secondary takes include gold, cocaine, artwork, weed, and also cash. If you guys play completely solo and max your loot bag, especially with some of the higher secondary loots, you can make an additional $300,000 to $400,000, nearly $500,000 on top of your primary take. The best part about this is that you can also mix these secondary loots, so you can collect some gold, maybe even collect some cash, and if you have enough space, you can also collect some artwork. Collecting these secondary targets will dramatically increase the overall payout you guys can get, but there is a downside to do this if you do it solo. You will obviously max out your secondary loot bag in no time whatsoever, so sometimes it might be worth even playing with other players in the finale of the heist, which will mean that other players can collect more secondary loot, overall making you guys more money. But even if you guys do this heist completely solo every single time, you can roughly make between $1.3 and $1.7 million, which makes this heist pretty much unbeatable in GTA Online. But anyways guys, that will be the top 5 heists you must play in GTA Online. Make sure that you leave a comment down below if I have missed a heist that you think should be included in this list. And if you guys went on to enjoy this video or found it useful in some way, shape or form, make sure to leave a like. I really appreciate your support. And if you are new here, subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. Finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.